Hey y'all, I'm Brigitte London, and you're in the music room. I can still remember that day, just like it was yesterday. You kissed me in my kitchen, kissed me on my neck, kissed me on my shoulder, kissed me on my lips, and you took me down a winding road, spinning way out of control. I was your salvation, I was your sin, and I was your lover again and again. Time rolls on, seems to be me looking at the night, looking right back at me, how I want the passion, and I want to feel the way a woman is supposed to feel. Well, there's a man to my left and a man to my right, and if I wanted to tonight, I could find refuge. If I had the will, maybe even find comfort, but not my fill. And it isn't like I haven't tried. Something inside of me is dying. Maybe I still want you, maybe I still do. No one else moves me all the way through. Seems to be me looking at the night, looking right back at me, how I want the passion, baby, and I want to feel the way a woman is supposed to feel. Time rolls on, seems to be how I need the passion, and I want to feel the way a woman is supposed to feel, the way a woman deserves to feel. I want to feel that fire again, just like I did back when you kissed me in my kitchen. Kiss me on my neck, kiss me on my shoulder, kiss me on my lips. Oh, on my lips. Oh.
Brigitte London, finally in the music room. It's just great to have you here. Really enjoyed that song. Tell us a little bit about that, the inspiration behind that. I can only imagine.
Well, that's kind of that's an oldie of mine. I've been around for a minute. I've got about 10 records out, and that was off of my Lake of Phoenix record, and it's one of my most requested songs live, was, and for a long time. And I think that, I think women relate to that song, that, and men too. I mean, it's everybody. I think we're all looking for that feeling, and if you had that feeling once and something happened with it, one way or the other, and you're meeting new people and it's missing that something, you're missing that feeling of connection, more than anything. I mean, I think that's connection is what I believe causes passion, you know, real connection. So,
Right.
and that's really just what it was about. I was, you know, missing an old ex, and God knows why, really, when you think about
hey,
it.
you know,
You know,
there's
there
a
wasn't
reason
really,
for
there
that.
wasn't, you know, but, you know, and that song came to me and it seemed to really connect with people. So I actually, you know, for many years started my sets with that song and
Yeah.
sometimes still do. And tonight I did.
Yes,
so
you did. And
we're
it's a
kind of
great
back in the
song.
saddle.
Absolutely. Speaking of saddles, your next song is Saddle Mountain. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I got to drop my D, you know,
Go for it.
this one. Yeah. We'll get there. So Saddle Mountain came about because I was, I think I'd already had, my first record came out in Nashville before I came to Texas. And then I was in Texas and I just had whole doors opening to me here that I had never had before with artists and really started to figure out who I was, but not quite yet. But I was writing songs all the time. I'd been writing since I was little. And the majority of the songs I was writing at this time were about this guy or that guy I thought I was in love with or whatever. And I called my sister and I sang her. I'm like, I wrote this song. And she's like, that's really great. I sang it to her over the phone. She was up in Wisconsin. And I said, well, you don't sound too crazy about it. And she goes, no, it's a great song, Brigitte, but I wish you'd write something about you. I'm like, in your life. And I'm like, okay, you know, I thought I'm in love, you know, whatever. And she said, no, about your life. And she said, you know, like what we were talking about earlier, because actually I called her about a dream that I had had. I dreamt that all of my sisters and I, now bear with me because there's a story here, so don't think that I'm like some crazy arsonist, but I dreamt we burnt down our childhood home. And I was telling her about the dream. And so I hung up the phone and I wrote this song in like 6 minutes. And I called her back and I sang it to her and she said, now we're talking. And then I'm going to fast forward because the song did something really, really special for me and I want to share it with y'all. So years later, I had the opportunity to meet my longtime hero, Richie Albright, who was the producer and drummer for Waylon Jennings for years. And I'd been telling my drummers forever, play it like Richie Albright. And they're all like, nobody can, because he had that famous foot, that halftime beat of Waylon's music. That was him, and he produced it. And through an engineer connection after Waylon died, he's, for some reason, he told him about me. He said, there's this girl who, you know, was covering Waylon on this record. You got to meet her. And he came out of hiding, basically, for the first time after Waylon passed and showed up at my hotel room. And I thought he wanted me to sing the Waylon song I was going to do because, you know, the engineer wanted him to play on it. And I was just shaking in my boots. And he comes in, he goes, no, play me one of yours. And so I played him Saddle Mountain. And I got done and he said, I'll produce it, I'll play on it, and I'll bring in all the guys that played on the original Honky Tonk Heroes album. And I'll do it all for $150.
Oh my
including
gosh.
the musicians.
Wow.
And these were all, you know, like B. Spears, who was with Willie, but he played in Honky Tonk Heroes, if any of you were familiar with B. He was a great legend. And he became my mentor, band leader, and close friend. So that's what this song did for me by telling the truth.
Good.
So I'm not going to tell you the meaning behind it. You can figure it out maybe. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But everybody likes this song. Everybody that likes this song likes it because we all have somewhere we don't want to go back to. I was born on Saddle Mountain, way up north, where it's cold and gray. And I grew up on that mountain, nearest town, miles away. And there are hills around Saddle Mountain, carry secrets never told. I fought the devil on that mountain, and he got his share, but he didn't get my soul. And I moved far away from that girl and the wrong side of the tracks. And now this woman lives near this other sun, and I will never go back. No, I will never go back. 'Cause you see, I fought battles on Saddle Mountain that a young girl should never have to fight. And if I would have killed a man on that mountain, well, even God knows I would have had the right. So all my sisters left Saddle Mountain, and a new life we all have found. Last night I dreamed we climbed that mountain and we burned that damned old house to the ground. And I moved far away from that girl and the wrong side of the tracks. And now this woman lives neath the southern sun, and I will never go back. No, I will never go back. And I moved far away from that girl on the wrong side of the tracks. Yes, I did. And now this woman lives neath the Texas sun, and I will never go back. No, I will never go back. No, I will never go. I will never go. I will never go back. Hey, and that's how I feel about that.
One dream and one great song. That's cool.
Thank you. I got my E back up.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Your next song is Sending You My Angels. What's that about?
Oh, well, I had a man that I was involved with that had, he's actually was, he's never played here, but he's an artist, pretty well-known artist now, actually. But we had our troubles, and he had his own troubles that had nothing to do with me also. And he was having a very difficult time, and he didn't want to be here anymore. I'm happy to say that he's alive and well and on his fourth wife doing fantastic. True story. But at the time, I felt completely helpless. You know, you love somebody, but you can do everything under the sun, but you cannot really save another person. They have to come to it themselves with things. So I wrote this song for him. And then I found that people were connecting to it for some reason. Like, people would ask me if they could play it at funerals, and different things were happening with this song. And I don't know when it started, but several years ago, probably maybe about 12, because I wrote this song back in 2003. So it's an old song, but it's one of my favorites, and I love singing it, and I wanted to sing it tonight. I started doing this thing where I'd rewrite the second verse on the spot, and I just kind of would intuit it every night and know that whoever was supposed to hear whatever words I was singing, that it was meant for. And I kept doing this and kept doing this, and it seems to work. I never know what's going to come out of my mouth, but it, didn't happen every single time, but almost every time somebody would come up to me after the show and say that was for me, or that was for me, or maybe it would reach other people. So, so maybe tonight, if somebody needs some love, I hope you get it from this song, because that's what the song kind of writes itself. So that's what this is about. There is nothing I can do to ease your pain. I learned a long time ago, there are some things I cannot change. You're a strong one, always doing everything on your own. But this time I thought that you might need some comfort when you're alone. So I'm sending you my angels to watch out over you, to keep you strong, help you make it through. Sending you my angels so they will fly you far, and I hope that they show you how beautiful you are. Life moves at you fast. It's hard to keep a strong heart. Things keep piling up more and more. You feel like you're falling apart. You don't have to feel alone, 'cause you really got so much more than you know. And if you really want to feel love, I'm telling you to just let go. And I'll be sending you my angels so they will fly you far. I hope that they show you how beautiful you are. Sending you my angels to watch out over you, to keep you strong, let them help you make it through. Sending you my angels so they will fly you far. I hope that they show you how beautiful you are. I hope that they show you how beautiful you are.
Really pretty song. Very pretty.
Thank you.
Okay, she's in the bayou.
She was in the bayou for quite a while. I'll actually tell you that I don't think I've ever said this too publicly. The real reason I wrote the song, but I'll say it now.
Okay.
So, I ended up in Louisiana. I was in between Austin and Nashville for most of my career so far, except for all of a sudden I ended up in Louisiana for a time, and I was running the Last Honky Tonk music series, which, if any of you are familiar with that, it was a nationwide music series, and it was created in honor of a dear friend of mine, outlaw country star Wayne Mills, who was actually murdered in Nashville. And his last album was called The Last Honky Tonk. And he and I were really close, and we were toured together, and we were on a mission in downtown Nashville to bring real country back on Broadway. I was just talking with somebody tonight about Broadway. And so he loved Louisiana. And so I went to one of his favorite places, Morgan City, Louisiana, right on the bayou. And I found some solace there. It was a hard thing to deal with at the time, was his passing, the way it happened. Mm-hmm. And so I had a DJ in Texas call me like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? You left Nashville. You're not coming back to Texas. Like, have you lost your mind?" So I wrote the song. Okay. And then if anybody's seen the Killing Fields on the Discovery Channel, they came down to the bayou and filmed me singing in this place called the Drink House for the TV show. So it's on there. Yeah.
Cool.
Which had a totally different meaning, She's in the Bayou, because it was about a unsolved murder.
Oh, no.
And I'm alive and well, as you can see.
That's right.
Yep, I'm here. I was just checking. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's that woman? Where'd she go? Everybody trying to find out. Nobody knows. All those rumors going round. Everybody wants to know what the hell went down. But she ain't lost. She ain't lost. No, she in the bayou. And they looked in Texas, Nashville, Tennessee. She disappeared in a cloud of mystery. Was it trouble? Was it a man? Nobody knows, nobody understands. But she ain't lost. She ain't lost. No, she in the bayou. She's in the swamp with the gators and the fishes, and her soul is flying high. She's in the breeze blowing, fly. She ain't lost. She ain't lost. No, she in the bayou. She ain't lost. She ain't lost. She in the bayou. I get a little attitude when people try to tell me what they think I should do. you need to do something different. No, I don't.
No, I think that's the perfect song for like a murder ballad type.
It was, because they thought, it was for the show. Well, it made it to the show, and God love him, it helped me sell a lot of.
Yeah.
So I was grateful.
Cool. Speaking of your music and you, if people want to find you on the World Wide Web, where would they go to get to learn about you, where you're playing, and where to get your music?
They can, of course, I'm on all social media platforms as Brigitte London, Brigitte London, like London Bridges, only backwards, right? BrigitteLondon.com. So, or excuse me, BrigitteLondon.com and BrigitteLondonMusic.com. I got all kinds of them.
Okay. Now, technically, the way your name is spelled, it should be Brigitte.
It should be, actually.
It should be.
It's funny you know that.
Yes.
It should be after, yeah.
A little French.
Well, and it's actually the same spelling as Brigitte Bardot. So,
Okay.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm not French. I'll tell you that right now. I was born a little of everything. I'm like a mutt. Like, I've got it all.
We are all mutts. I'm convinced.
Yeah, Irish, Native American, German, Polish, Dutch. I can't even remember what else is in there.
Yeah. All right. You have a song called Hard Woman. Who's this about?
This is about, maybe I mentioned him earlier. He was fodder for a lot of good stuff. I mean, I love relationships because that's where I get all the good material.
Yeah. Kick them to the curb, but you get the good songs.
Yeah, that's right. So actually, it's about him and about a new guy too, kind of, that, you know, that I met. But I wrote this because he would be like, Brigitte, you're such a hard woman. He would tell me all the time, you're a hard woman. Well, he was an artist too, and I think it was hard for him because we both were in the business and we were both having careers, and he was used to groupies and things, you know, and I had my own life, but I tried to be very supportive, and I kind of even lost myself for a while, as sometimes we do in those situations where I kind of put my own career aside, you know, whatever, but he still thought I was a hard woman. And then I met this really wonderful man, and it, you know, of course we weren't in game, but it didn't matter. He was a wonderful man, and we parted, you know, on great terms, but he was wonderful, and he made me feel so good. And I wrote this song about him. And this is actually on the first record that I made with a lot of the Waylon guys. When they actually became my band after Waylon died, Richie kind of introduced me to him, and then it just all just kind of happened.
How cool is that?
It was my dream. It was the dream. And a lot of Texans were like, "Why didn't you go back to Texas for so long?" And I'm like, "Cause I got to live my dream with them." So
yeah.
When did my heart get so open? When did you walk in? Can't think past the thought of you, sleep for the dream of you, have for wanting you again. Don't you know that I'm a hard woman? Don't you know I've walked on glass? Don't you know I'm a hard woman, babe? I guess someone forgot to tell you that. When did the walls crash down? When did love begin? Consumed in the need for you, drunk in the feel of you, lost in the smell of your skin. But don't you know that I'm a hard woman? And don't you know I've walked on glass? Don't you know I'm a hard woman, baby? I guess someone forgot to tell you that. I feel so soft and gentle lying in your arms. Don't you know I'm a hard woman? Don't you know I've walked on glass? Don't you know that I'm a hard woman, babe? I guess someone someone forgot to tell you that. Someone forgot to tell you that. Not so hard after all.
Yeah, I like that. That's a really nice song.
Thank you.
And the next one you have is I Won't Break for You.
So
Is that part of the Hard Woman?
maybe reason for the shell. It's really about just, a hard woman is really about, I guess, when you don't feel safe necessarily with your heart, you kind of have your defenses up. But if you're with somebody that makes you feel safe, those defenses, and all the women are not, yeah, your defenses can go down. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what that is about. But I Won't Break for You. I put that on the list because I'm getting ready to do something with it here. I found the right musicians and the right person to sing backup on this. It's a soulful song, and I've been thinking about it, so I was going to pull it out. I haven't played this live in a long time. I wrote this song actually for the people who raised me, my parents, and I was raised in a very unusual type of situation. If you paid attention to Saddle Mountain, you kind of figured some stuff out. But my belief is that, everybody has their own beliefs, and I'm not trying to put my beliefs on anybody, but I believe that I kind of, with God, chose my parents so that I could go through things to become a strong woman, because there were things in my life that I've had to do that required a lot of strength, and it made me strong. And so I have forgiveness in my heart and peace in my heart about everything that ever happened to me. But there was a time when they felt like it was their job to kind of break me. So that's what this song is about. And no matter what happens, no matter whether it's a boss, a relationship, a wife, a husband, a child that's going through things, or a lawsuit of some kind. I mean, we all face these tribulations, and don't ever let anybody break you. You take your power back. And that's what this is about. So. You can break every bone. You can take everything I own. Say your words like they are steel. I know they're not real. You can make me your slave. You can't even dance on my grave and say my love is a weakness, but you are wrong. You see, it's my heart that makes me strong. I may be fragile, I may be tender, it's true, but I will not break for you. I will not break. I will not break. I will not break for you. I will not break. I will not break. I will not break for you. Oh, you can make me your slave. You can't even do that dance on my grave and say my love is a weakness, but you are wrong. You see, it's my heart that makes me strong. for you. I will not break. I will not break. I will not break for you. I may be fragile, I may be tender, it's true, but I will not break for you. I will not break, will not break, I will not break, I will not break, I will not break for you. And I may forgive you for all that you do, but I will not break for you.
Very nice. Nobody needs to be a victim.
Amen to that.
That's right. You have another song. It's called I Will Not Miss You. How did that come about?
So, it doesn't mean what you think it means. It sounds like a mean song, right? I won't miss you, but it's not. So, I believe that no one is ever gone. You know, energy never dies, and we are all made up of energy, and no one is ever gone. And that they are always with us. And I wrote this for someone I loved, and actually, the person that made me feel not a hard woman anymore. He was wonderful, and he's not here anymore.
Oh.
He's been gone for a while, but he lived a very full and exciting life, and I got to be a part of it for a while, and it was such a gift. And I've lost a lot of people, as many of us have. The older we get, the more we lose, and so it's nice to know that all you have to do is put your hand on your heart, and you're with the person that isn't here anymore.
Okay.
I have them in a blue-filled light, fragments of days and nights, moments with you. They're my comfort and source of grace. I know the values, the gifts you gave, moments with you. And I will feel you every time I breathe. I will carry you inside of me, just like a song. So I will not miss you. I will not miss you. Oh, it amazes me how much you changed me and what I had with you. The power under your hands I'll have with no other man. What I had with you. And I can feel you every time I breathe. You will live here inside of me, just like a song. So I will not miss you. Yes, I can feel you every time I breathe. You live on inside of me, just like a song. so I will not miss you. Babe, I will not miss you.
That is really sweet.
Thank you.
Now, I know, just from talking to you earlier, you said that you were going to be making an announcement and that you had some news to share. I don't know if you want to do that now, because it may have something to do with the next 3 songs you're going to be doing, or if you want to discuss it in the interview portion next. It's up to you.
I gotta do it now.
You gotta do it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna do the songs. So, whew, I got really warm all of a sudden. It's like, so I had to take a break from music for about 6-7 years for health reasons, and I shouldn't even be here right now, but yes, I should, because I am, right?
Yep.
So I've been very blessed to kind of have a new lease on life. I took the natural route, so I got to advocate for that to anybody who wants to know that. Natural's good. Don't believe them when they tell you there's nothing they can do, because believe me, I'm still here. So anyway, I got to move back to Texas, which had been the plan for a long time, and I couldn't make it back here because of my health and stuff. So when I was finally good enough to come back, I got back here, and I was really happy, and I was thinking, what do I want to do now? I've been away from music so long. What is it that I want to do? And I wanted to do this project I had started thinking about way back, and even in 2014. And it was a project about writing about women in history, and women particularly of the Wild West. I've always had a connection to that. I've been fascinated to that. I've done things that involve outlaws my whole life. I co-founded Outlaw Magazine. I had a Spirit of the Outlaw show in Nashville. I had, Outlaw Afternoons in Lukenbach for years, and now I'm back doing a festival again called Angels and Outlaws in Lukenbach. So I'm always the outlaw girl, and instead of doing it by myself, I thought it would be really wonderful to collaborate with other incredible artists. So, I mean, it is my album. I do have several songs, 5 songs on it myself, but I wanted to bring in really amazing, special women of all genres, ages, and cultures to speak for all these fascinating women. Because you always hear about Jesse James and whatever, and this song, actually, it really started with Calamity Jane, because I was living in Lukenbach years ago, and I started having dreams about her when I was watching the TV show Deadwood. And this is a true story. You can believe me or not. I really don't care. I got no reason to lie to you. I really don't. But you'd be like, oh, that sounds like hogwash. Well, I actually have witnesses, because my sister was there, and Walt Perryman, who's a Lukenbach poet. If everybody's been to Lukenbach, you knew the Lukenbach poet, Walt. So he happened to stop by the day that this all was going down. I was dreaming about her, and she was mad as what, because it seemed like how they were portraying her as a joke. And it wasn't her real story, and she wanted her real story told, is the feelings from the things in the dreams that I surmised. So I sat down and I wrote all these words on paper, and I had all these words, like 4 pages. Never wrote a song with that many words in my life. Mm-hmm. My sister was like, how? And she was there during the whole time when I'm kind of channeling and writing the song. She's like, how in there are you going to turn this into a song? And Walt stops by, and he's like, oh boy, what's going on here, And so they were there, and I sat down and I wrote it. I just wrote it right out. I had the music come to me and everything, and then I had to go back and make a little bit of changes, but I mean, it was pretty much there. And then the story gets really interesting, because there were things I didn't know if they were true or not. I mean, they just came out in there, and I found out later that they were true. I found out she did have a child. A guy came up to me. I was doing a show in Jemez Springs, and he said, I drove here 3 hours because I saw you sing the song on YouTube, and I had to tell you, I'm the one who bought the letters at an auction, and you spent all this money for that were written to her daughter for Calamity Jane, because he heard me there was a video of me telling the story on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And then fast forward a few years later, and I'm on tour up, and we're going into the Dakotas. I'm like, I gotta go to her grave and sing the song at her grave. That was like my dream. So I was on tour with Jill Kinsey. So Jill and I went, and Jill's got the video camera out. She's filming me as I'm on the grave with I got my long black thing on and my hat and everything. And I'm just like, Calamity Jane, And this tour bus pulls up, as they do tours because her grave's next to Bill's. So they do tours where, you know, people come and tour to see the grave, because we're all freaking crazy. Like, why do I want to sing at a grave? Why do you want to go look at a grave? Because we're all crazy, right? We all like this shit stuff. Excuse me.
No, you can say shit.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And so the woman's coming up as I'm finishing and some, and she gets this weird look on her face. So she heard like part of it, and she goes, "Would you do that again for the whole group?" And I'm like, all right, you know, born an entertainer, you know, whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So I do it, you know, and she's the woman who's doing the tours is like acting really strange. So she gets everybody back on the bus. This was a big bus. She comes back up and she says, "Do you have the lyrics to that? Can you get me the lyrics to that?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" And she goes, "Because that's the real story, Calamity Jane, and that's the one I'm going to tell from now on."
Oh, wow.
So how do you like them apples?
That's pretty cool.
And circling back around, I'm going to do that song in a minute. So this project that I'm doing involves 12 amazing women, one of which, who is here tonight, Miss Debbie Glenn from Conroe, Texas.
Yay!
And we actually didn't write about a particular woman. We wrote about us as women now speaking to the women then. A great song called Together We Ride. But there's so many amazing songs on this record that are represented by, I wrote with Star Diazlon, who's Mexican, and we wrote about Mexican cowgirl Senorita Rosalie. And the one and only legendary Regina McCrary actually came down from Nashville and recorded for Stagecoach Mary, and I'm so excited about that. And this project has been amazing, and it wouldn't even be happening so wonderfully well if it wasn't for a few people over here in this corner, Susie Randall and Lewis Randall and Shannon and her husband, if he supports her, because she's been part of the cause, so there you go. But they have been, Susie actually is my creative affairs manager, and she has been invaluable to making sure that this project goes. She's been helping us get sponsors, because we're recorded at Arlen Studio, and this is a massive undertaking. It's a double album. It's not just an album. Like, inside the packet is lots of artwork and poetry. It's a really, and there's going to be information on all the women that we're writing about, and it's really, really awesome project. So I want to give a hand to them for helping me. So thank you, all y'all. I appreciate it, and I'm so excited for Debbie to be featured on the album. Debbie is an extraordinary artist. I want to give her a plug. Make sure you check out her music. Her voice is incredible. So I'm going to do for you, so that's the prelude to 2 songs, if I can do them back to back, if that's all right.
Yes.
Or do you need a pause between them?
I don't need you to pause. This is your show. You can do whatever you want.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
You're the best interviewer.
Well, thank you.
So I'm going to do the Ballad of Martha Jane Canary, which is the one I wrote about Calamity Jane. And then the second one is called Spirit of the Wild Woman, which is the name of this project. And I chose this place to do it because when I was talking to Randy, where is Randy? He's back. There he is. Okay. When I was talking to Randy, he told me about his mom. Well, first he said, thank you for the stuff you do for women in music, because I'm the director for Sisters in Songwriting for the Gulf Coast, and I guess he saw that online and stuff. So, and he told me about his mom, who was a pioneer in Texas and ran for Senate and was in Life magazine and an entrepreneur and everything. And I got goosebumps, and I thought, you know what? It's time to rip those NDAs up, and it's time to let it out. The album's almost done, and we're going to have a big festival in Greene on November 7th, so mark your calendars. It's going to be called Women of the Wild West, is that festival with a lot of women, so it's going to be amazing. So here's Calamity Jane. She's got something to tell y'all. My name is Martha Jane Canary, and the West is where forever I belong. If you close listen when the wind moans, you'll hear it sing the truth in my song. 1852 to 1903, at At times I had to live just like a man. I was hard as nails, but my heart bled gold. You know, a woman always does the best she can. Mama sold her body up to feed us, till I was left to take the burden on myself. I did the work at 10 to keep us kids alive, and then the West took a hold of my breath. And they called me Calamity Jane. I beat many a man, had his own game. I was a wild, wild woman with a heart a mile wide, a braid in my hair, and pistols at my side. They didn't know what to do with a woman like me then, and they would know what to do with a woman like me now. It's true that I drank and I wandered, but hell, I fought hard for those that needed me to. Gave love and comfort to men that needed shelter, even gave my heart to those I never had cause to. No matter what tales have spun around me to shatter the image of a woman strong, nothing changes who I loved and who I was, and who I am now, still alive in spirit song. And they called me Calamity Jane. They tried to beat me and ruin my name. I was a wild, wild woman with a heart a mile wide, a braid in my hair, and pistols at my side. They didn't know what to do with a woman like me then, and they would know what to do with a woman like me now. Old Bill, he never told folks about me, or the child that we had to give away. Some walk today not knowing in their veins runs the blood of Wild Bill and Calamity Jane. And they called me Calamity Jane. They tried to defeat me, but I rose to fame. I was a wild, wild woman with a heart a mile wide, those braids in my hair and pistols at my side. They didn't know what to do with a woman like me then, and they would know what to do with a woman like me now. My name is Martha Jane Canary, and the West is where forever I belong. My body is buried next to Bill's in a grave in Mount Moriah, but my spirit echoes in these hills all night long. My name is Martha Jane Canary.
Awesome.
Thank you. So this next one is called Spirit of the Wild Woman. Wild Woman is the title track, and I have never played this live. In fact, I played it for the second time after I wrote it in the hotel earlier today.
Cool. You got this. And if you mess up, we won't know because we've never heard it.
That's true. Oh, and it's radio. We could start over.
That's true, yeah.
How about that? Pre-recorded. Mm-hmm. Recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Right.
In the music room. This song is basically a summation of all the women of that time. Wilder than the wind, I was fierce and I was kind. I was a rock and a blade. I traveled through time. Backbone of survival, backbone of change. I defied convention's name. That stone is not for me, for I do not lie there. It does not hold my truth or do my justice fair. My body was not me, in the dirt just bones and dust. I was all spirit, heart, grit, and guts. Some may know my name, but not my true story. My legacy is every woman's heart, grit, and glory. Wept the losses, and then I stood tall. Courage of steel, I faced it all. I braved the battles from the depths of my soul. I loved and I let go. That stone is not for me, for I do not lie there. It does not hold my truth or do my justice fair. My body was not me, in the dirt just bones and dust. I was all spirit, heart, grit, and guts. Some may know my name, but not my true story. My legacy is every woman's heart, grit, and glory. My legacy is every woman's heart, grit, and glory. Spirit of the wild woman.
Very cool.
By
We
the
have,
way, my mom's name is Martha, too.
yeah.
Well, it all makes sense, don't it? Everything happens the way it's supposed to.
Yeah,
God bless your mama, huh?
Yeah, the last song you're going to do for us in this set of music is called No Other Woman.
It's just a fun song.
Okay.
It's just about, every woman's unique. Just like every man is unique. Everyone is unique, Maybe, just maybe, this guy that I was seeing seemed like he might be looking another direction. Maybe that inspired me to write this song. I'm not saying that that's what happened. Turns out.
You got a good song out of it, either
Oh,
way.
I did. I did. I sure did. It's about time
Yes.
for me to fall in love again, I think. I need some new material. Huh? Getting close. We'll see. God heard that. I don't know. I better be careful.
Be careful what you ask for.
Right? No other woman, baby, can love you quite like me. And let me show you, darling, you will soon believe. Come a little closer, let the feeling draw you in. You'll feel the magic of my loving over and over again. All this loving waiting for you. Baby, there ain't no other woman feels like I do. Ain't no other woman feels like I do. See, I got little secrets, baby, underneath my skin. And I've got other worlds I can drown you in. Over and over and over again, the truth you'll find. Ain't no other woman's loving never gonna make you feel as sweet as mine. That's right. All this loving waiting for you. Baby, there ain't no other woman feels like I do. Ain't no other woman feels like I do. Lay back, darling, close your eyes. Let love take you for one hell of a ride. Oh, baby. All this loving waiting for you. Baby, there ain't no other woman feels like I do. Ain't no other woman feels like I do. There ain't no other woman feels like I do.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever sang that sitting down before and in such an intimate environment. I'm like, it's a whole different ball game. I'm like, wait a minute here. My face is getting a little red. Dang. Woo!
Well, we know how you roll, girl. And it's okay. I want to thank you so much for being here. We have really, really enjoyed your music, and I look so forward to hearing more and seeing what this new adventure brings you. I also want to thank this great studio audience that we have tonight for showing up for you and supporting you. That's wonderful. I also want to thank Gina Barber Moore and Bruce Davis for all the wonderful pictures you're going to get, because they are really good and they've been with us a long time. And thanks to you, Randy, back there for getting this all recorded. And I know you're going to end up with a great mix of music and video and everything else that you should be really happy with.
Thank you so much for having me. And it's so wonderful what you do for musicians and, and music and an intimate environment and letting the audience get to know the stories behind the song.
Yeah.
As a songwriter, there's nothing that means more to us than to really connect in that way.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing them. It was wonderful. And thank you for listening in. You are in the music room.